Hello and welcome back. This is Joanna the Medium. Thank you so much for watching my channel. These are going to be readings for each zodiac sign for the month of February 2017. Moon sign, sun sign, and rising sign. If you would like a continuation of these readings as in a 6-month projection from January through to June, I have included a link down below for my video on demand page where you will find each individual sign with projections from January through to June. If you have any questions regarding how to purchase, or if you have any concerns regarding the purchasing process, please contact Vimeo directly. I do have that information down below for you as well. As the moment I include them for purchase, I have no connection or no visibility to the purchasing process on my end or for you guys. January or February seems to be a month of a lot of changes. These are positive changes for the most part. Some information regarding relationships, some information regarding jobs, health, so all around general readings. And of course, if you wish to have a private session to see how this connects with you individually, I have provided that information down below for you, so feel free to contact me and I will be honored to set up a session for you and go from there. Thank you so much for watching, for liking, for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. I look forward to seeing you again in March, and without further ado, let's get started. Welcome back. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Libra for February 2017. I have 3 cards face down. I'll start off with channeled message first, and we'll see what we have. I have a bit of a cold, so if I start coughing, please forgive me. Like now. Okay, let's see what we have. Time for change is coming near. I am seeing someone approaching a time in their life where decisions need to be made or will be made regarding a circumstance or a situation. I feel you are coming to an end of a cycle, I want to say, but this feels to me more situational than like a life cycle. I hear the word relationship. Some of you are coming to an end of a relationship. This relationship can be a relationship with other people, as in work situation, or this relationship can be a romantic one. It could also be a family, a friend, anything of that sort. I also see that it is time for you to move on from something or from someone that is holding you back. Some of it is financial. So some of you might be thinking of calling it a day in your particular job because you feel you are being undervalued, underutilized, underappreciated, that kind of a feeling. I feel that where you are now, if this is work related, it isn't so much that you don't like what you do, but it feels more that there are fundamental differences in how you see yourself in your work versus how others see you or how others feel you should be in your work. There seems to be a fundamental difference of opinions. This could also mean that the difference of opinions is about something substantial like money. Maybe you are asking for a raise, or maybe you have been asking for a raise and it doesn't seem to be coming, or you have been promised something and the promise seems to never end, but it actually never comes to fruition. I see some of you shaking hands with somebody, but this seems to be a goodbye. So maybe some of you are following your heart, following your intuition, because you want to change the thing that you do for a living, or you want to change your circumstances, whether it is because your heart is calling you to do something else, or it is financial, or both. Okay? I am seeing someone playing a guitar. So I have no idea how that fits in, but whoever this is playing a guitar, and Maybe it's something you do for a hobby. Maybe you want to expand on that. I don't know why I'm being shown this, but maybe you play guitar and you are thinking of quitting your job, and because you play a guitar and I'm saying it, it's supposed to mean something to you. Anyway, I'm going to move on from that. Sometimes I just don't understand things. But you do, and that's the most important part. For some of you, it is ending a relationship, and I feel this ending comes with a heavy heart. It is very much a feeling of needing to walk away from something or needing to part from someone or a situation with someone, and it's very heavy-hearted. And why is it heavy-hearted? I don't know. There could be a million of things or a million of reasons, but it is not an easy decision. Now, parting with someone typically is not an easy decision, but it feels to me like, the best way I can describe it, it's a feeling that you know you need to do something versus someone has done something and therefore you're like, that's it, I'm leaving. It's not that. It is much more, it's deeper, much more deeply connected than that. It seems to be almost like an inner calling that tells you this just, you need to move on from something, okay? And I see you standing at a crescent. This to me signifies an end of the road. Imagine yourself standing at a cul-de-sac and there's nowhere else to go. There's no roads, and you need to decide what to do next. So there is definitely changes in the air. February, and I want to say mid-February to mid-March. So if this is not making sense to you at the beginning of the reading, at the beginning of February, always listen to it towards the end, because it almost always makes much more sense than it does at the beginning of the month. Or for some of you, it's going to be more towards middle of March. But there's definitely changes. And he is saying to me financial. So whatever the changes you are thinking about or contemplating taking or making changes, it has a financial connotation. If it's work, well, that's pretty self-explanatory. If it's a relationship, well, assuming you guys had financial house together, if you do decide to leave, it has a financial connotation to it, or it has a financial, there is a financial burden with this. There is a financial, your finances are I lost the train of thought, are affected. Thank you. That's what I'm going to say. All right. However, what I see is close that chapter, move on to something else. You are ready to, the message is that you are ready to move on to the next phase. So obviously it's not going to apply to everybody, but it seems to be that there is a substantial group of people who are either in a relationship, in a job, or in some kind of situation where your heart is pulling at you, your intuition is pulling at you, your gut is telling you it's time to move on. And I also hear, do not listen to naysayers. People will have different opinions, people will have different ideas of what you should or shouldn't do. Sometimes it's better just to keep quiet because, well, people don't understand your situation the way you do. And though people do offer great advice sometimes, sometimes many different people can confuse us. So listen to your intuition and don't listen to naysayers. I am seeing a wedding band. So this is telling me that for some of you, this is regarding a relationship. Okay? You are either going to walk away from one, because you're married, or you don't want to get married and you decide to move on, but the marriage hasn't happened yet. There is definitely, this is around commitment. It's definitely around commitment situations. Okay. I keep hearing financially you're going to be okay. So for those of you who this applies, at some point you'll understand. Whatever decision you're going to make or whatever situation you are ending or thinking of ending, well, if it has financial impact on you, you will be okay. That is the message that needs to be put forth for you. Okay, now let's move on with the cards. So the first card I have is one that represents energies that you are leaving. And the card it's called Balance. It is a major arcana. It's in reverse. Okay. When I look at this card, aside from balance, I see harmony. Now, this is a major arcana, so it does signify within. Okay, balance, harmony, one and the same. Yin, yang, feminine, masculine aspects of ourselves. So this is you. It could be a relationship, but this is you. The card is shown to be in reverse. And when I connect to this card, I hear the words disappointment and disharmony. This is within you. So you are coming, the energies that you are leaving behind are ones that have made you feel disappointed and also not harmonious or unbalanced. That's what you're leaving. It's an important message. The next card signifies where you are today. Excuse me, I'm going to take a drink here. I hate when I talk and I have to cough because then it never ends. But I wanted to get this for you guys. So this is what's happening now. Another major arcana. So 2 arcana, major arcana so far out of 3 cards. That's already 66%. A lot. This card tells me that you are either in need of feeling more in control, you feel like you are not in control, or the message here is you need to start feeling more in control of your life. Very important. When I listen to this more, I feel there's a sense of defeat here. I do feel there's a sense of defeat. Excuse me. And remember what I was talking about earlier, that you are confronting a situation that is very difficult for you to make, or decision, it's very difficult for you to do or to make, because it's just all the emotions, all the feelings, your intuition is telling you must go, but it's very difficult. And if you look at this person, the person is looking down. They don't look overly authoritative. 8 is number of power. The eyes behind this person, to me, I hear the words, you are protected, you are safe. So if you feel slightly discouraged right now, or you feel discombobulated, or you feel like, I just don't know how to do this, know that you are being protected and that you are being guided. That's very, very important. Intuitively guided. There is definitely a need for you to take more control of your life. If you've been in a relationship and you have felt you have no control, or in a job where you felt like things were just not going right, there's definitely need here to come into your own power. That's actually how I want to say it. Now, this is the quiet, understated power. This is not the I'm going to show you I'm important. It's not that. It's the inner strength, that inner power. It's time to get it back. That's what I hear. And this is probably what you feel like. The next card is advice. The card is called Strengthening Bonds. It is a card of, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Coins, Earth energy. So 1 is a new beginning. This is advice card. It was also shown to me in reverse, but I'm going to just talk about this card for a little bit in upright position. This does signify, this has money connected to it, anything that we own, anything that we have, anything that we possess, health, relationships, money, physical items, objects, things we own, cars, property, whatever it is, it's the earth energy, okay? Also relationships. But the card is shown to me in reverse, and this is an advice card. So I will ask what this card says. Do not be afraid to start new. And it is directly connected to the message about you contemplating leaving a situation. And I hear job. So don't be afraid to start new. If it's a relationship, don't be afraid to start new. I also hear, ask for what you need and it is given. Let me just expand on that. Okay, so the feeling I get is that whoever you are, there seems to be a sense within you that either you found yourself in a previous situation because subconsciously you believe you don't deserve more, or somehow you feel you can't get more, or you can't earn more money, or it all stems from you feeling certain sense of insecurity here. So when the message says ask for what you want or ask for more and it is given, it is saying or implying that you need to start looking within and asking more of yourself. In other words, expecting more for yourself and then therefore asking for yourself. So it seems to be that the expectations you have of yourself subconsciously, not logically, there seems to be some room for improvement here. Okay? So you might want to muse about, if you're finding yourself in relationships where you feel like you have no power or you feel powerless, or if you find yourself in jobs, situations where you feel underutilized, underappreciated, underpaid, you need to ask yourself, what part of me is making me attract this? Now, this isn't a blame and this isn't saying you are guilty of doing something. This simply says there is a belief within you that makes you feel subconsciously less than. That belief in you emits certain frequency. That frequency is then matched by what the universe will give you, and therefore it comes back to you, proving to you you are less than. Whether in a relationship that you have no power, or work when you feel unappreciated, underutilized, or underpaid. So you might want to muse about that. You might want to ask yourself a question. And most of these things are beyond our awareness or beneath our awareness. These are the things we are typically not aware of. These are things in a subconscious part of us, and we just act on them without actually knowing why. And it is difficult to fix that or to change it if we don't understand where it's coming from or what it's about. So I would encourage you to look at your situation and ask yourself, what is it in me? What driver is in me that is attracting these situations to me? And really dig deep and see if you can find a nugget where it's your weakness, if you will, or something that you feel you're not good enough, you've been told you're not good enough, whatever message you received, words or otherwise, something seems to be there triggering and attracting certain situations that you are not finding fulfilling. Okay, so I think I'm going to end that because that seems to be almost like a lecture, and I don't want it to be a lecture, and I hope you do find it helpful. I hope this does make sense. There is definitely a feel of change, but it feels very positive. It would be amiss for me to say that the energy is not very comfortable, because it does not feel overly comfortable, but it is a process. You will move through this, whatever this is, and you will end up being on the other side of this with a smile on your face, okay? So whatever you're going through, whatever you are experiencing, good luck, have faith, dig into your own strength because you have it, and then just keep marching forward and expect more for yourself. Very important. I wish you best of luck in the month of February. I hope this made sense. Feel free to comment if you wish. Thank you so much for watching, listening, liking, subscribing. This means more to me than you will ever know. And I look forward to seeing you again in March. Take care.